suma mbokki Gambian yi at keneen ku nu seetaan maa ngi leen di nuyu man la Aida Jeng si logicSport nu ngi leen di indil xibaaru sports at waxi sports tey nag nu ngee dem seeti Momodou Lamin Cham ku dëkk si biir Norway koo xam ne kii footballer la. To all our viewers at logicSport, today we're going to be interviewing a footballer that's from Norway whose name is Momodu Lamin Cham. So you can follow me and we can have a bit of a word with Momodu Cham. How are you? Well, I'm good too. Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm good. Are you ready to tell us everything about you and what you do?
Yeah, I would say I am.
I'm nervous. We just take it as it comes. Anyway. Yeah. Yes. Momodou Lamin Cham. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, well, as you know, my name is Momodu Lamin Cham, and I was born in England, raised there, and half my life in Norway as well. And I've lived a little bit in Gambia as well. And I'm a footballer, and well, I'm 24 years old.
The reason why we came here, football. When and how long have you been playing football?
Football. I'd say I've been playing football all my life. I've been playing football since I was probably 5, 6 years old.
Wow.
My father got me into football. He used to take me to the park every time I'd have this rainbow-colored ball.
Yeah.
That he'd take me to the park with, and just kick ball around, and I just.
So your dad was the reason for you being into love football and wanting.
Yeah, he basically introduced me to football.
Okay. So at what point did you realize that this is what you wanted to do professionally?
I'd say when I was in England, I was quite a good footballer. You know, I was always in the team. I was always one of the best. As a kid, I was always the one that performed better. I'd say.
How old were you around that time?
7, 8.
Okay.
7, 8, and I was quite fast. You know, I'd always dominate, and I understood that this is my thing. But when I realized that I wanted to make this my career, it was quite late, I would say, because I was a troublesome kid. I got into a lot of trouble, so it distracted me from the football, and I didn't realize how much football meant to me until later on, when I started getting older, around maybe 18, 19. That's when I started taking it serious.
Okay.
But I've always had it as an escape. So I'd say when I was 18, 19, that's when I started realizing I wanted to do this.
And did you by any point at this time had any someone that you idolized within the football world?
Yeah, I had, obviously every footballer has like this professional footballer or legend they look up to, want to be like, you know. I've had different ones like David Beckham, Zinedine Zidane, you know. But what really got me was my older brother. His name is Alhaji Wakasad.
Yeah.
He was a coach, not a professional coach, but he was a coach for a small club in Norway, where he was actually my coach. At the time I wasn't taking it serious and was just messing around, but he made me see what I had. He made me see what I could be, and made me understand that if I really worked hard, I could be whatever I want to be in this game. So I'd say he's up there with my. He's the hard work that will get you there, and I understood that later and appreciate it, because I have a very, very high work ethic right now. I'd say it's because of that, and yeah.
So, since you started playing football, which teams have you played for so far?
When I was younger in England, I played for a small club called Bethune FC, located in southeast London, and that club was it was, as I said, a small club, but it was a club that worked with other big clubs around London, and I was there scouted by Chelsea FC.
Oh?
But yeah, I had some trainings with the under 13s and stuff, but I never got a professional contract there. I never made it, and I wasn't ready in my head mentally. I took it for granted, and like I mentioned earlier, I joined my brother's club called Big Day Monolithan in Norway, and I went from there to a bigger club called Vålerenga. Evolved there, and because it wasn't the first team in Vålerenga, so I wanted more.
What level was it in Vålerenga?
It was the level below the Premier League of the youth clubs, of the youth leagues, but I wanted to play in the Premier League.
Yeah. So
I went to a team called Lørenskog EF, who were playing then in the Premier League, the youth Premier League, and I played there for my until I was 19, then under 19s. After the youth Premier League, I became a senior. So the senior team of my Premier League club were in the Norwegian second division. Yeah. That's the third tier, and I was a part of some few days of the week. I was training with the first team, and the rest of the week I was training with my team, the juniors, and but I wanted more still. I wanted to be a part of the first team, but I was impatient.
But you were already partly part of the...
Partly.
Yeah. Yeah,
but I wanted to be there fully.
Yeah.
So I went on, moved on to a kind of bigger club called Scheid. And that's a club with a lot of history. And at that time they were in the same division as my club, Lørenskog. And I was fully in the first team, but I was playing still for the junior team. I wasn't playing games for the first team. And then I realized when I had to play senior football, like move on from junior to senior football, I moved from there to Nordstrand. That's when I started my senior appearances. It was in the Norwegian third division. I played there for 2 seasons, and then I moved on.
So would that be your first professional football team?
No, since I was that young, I didn't get a professional contract. No. I played with the amateur contract, though there were players around there that had professional contracts. But my goal was to get a professional contract. So what happened later, I was forced to move to a club called Drøbak, where I was scouted, and I signed a professional contract there. It was my first professional contract, but it was okay. It was alright for me and my age. And
why was it just okay, not what you wanted?
Because of the level, I'd say, and because of the money, obviously, but I wasn't focused on the money. That's why I accepted it, and I just wanted to play, you know. And that's why I went there. I went there to play, and I was playing, and things were moving fast, you know. And I got suddenly eyes outside the country as well, in Sweden. That was 2017.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was in the Swedish first division, and that's the third tier as well.
So what team do you play for now?
Now I play for a team called Bærum Esko in the second division, and that is because I came now this summer because I was playing in, as I said, third division, the half of the season, and I did quite well. You know, it was played all the games, started all the games. You know, scored 2 goals as well as centre back, and yeah, so I got called up to train with them, and then luckily they wanted to sign me.
And what position do you play in this current team?
I play as a centre back, but I was originally a centre defensive midfielder.
Okay.
But you know, in football, it happens when you get switched.
Yeah. Because
other people or other coaches see other things that you're capable of. For me, it was like my size and my physique. So they decided that I would be good as a centre back. And at first I didn't like it, but I started playing it and I was kind of good at it. And ever since I just stuck to it.
So do you think that is the position that best suits you now? Or
Yeah, I would say that because all of my my abilities suits this position.
And how many games have you played for this team so far?
Right now I've been involved in 2 games because I signed 2 weeks ago.
Oh, quite recently.
Yeah, quite recently.
But what about nation? What nation would you love to represent one day?
I'd say it would be great to represent Norway, of course, or even England if possible. But I'd say it would be more special to me to represent the Gambia, even to play for Gambia in African Cup of Nations or the biggest tournament in the world, the World Cup. And that is my dream, to play for Gambia in the World Cup. It's just because it would mean more, you know.
Indeed.
And obviously it will be an honor to represent it.
And how do you think
Norway,
it would feel like to wear the Gambian jersey and play alongside with your Gambian brothers?
I think it would be emotional, especially because like I said, it would mean a lot because Gambia is a big part of me.
What do you think makes a great football player?
What I think makes a great football player, it's the ability to stay hungry, you know, stay motivated, you know, and keep on pushing. I wouldn't say it's talent because a lot of people have talent. I know so many people that had football talent but never really made it. And it's a part of the thing that motivates me as well is hard work. I see that it works. You know, as long as you have heart and discipline and show every day that you want it, I believe that it will come to you. And don't ever feel like you can't do it, because you see that it's possible. You see people making it out of nowhere. You see people making it when the odds are so low, you know. And I'm a religious guy as well. I believe in God, and I believe that God is who makes the plans, you know, and you never know what your plan is unless you try. So I'll say the answer to that for me is, you know, just keep on staying hungry and never give up.
Well, it's been a delight to talk to you, Momodou Lamin Cham, and I hope that your dreams would come true. But before we leave you, I know that you do love your Gambian food. Can you cook, by the way? And what is your favorite national dish of the Gambia?
Yes, I can cook. But I'm gonna admit, I'm not that good of a cook when it comes to Gambian dishes. But my favorite dish is Gambia.
Oh, but can you cook it?
No, that's the problem. I like
Who gets to cook it? Well, there you have it, people. I'm Ida Jeng, and this is Football Logic, bringing you all the most exciting news about football and people in the football world. So stay tuned and follow us at logicSport.net.
And I would like to thank logicSport for having me. It has been a pleasure, and I wish you guys a good luck in the future. And for the kids in the academy, I just want to say, keep working hard and always believe in yourselves, no matter the circumstances. God is above everything. Believe in yourself, and everything is possible in this world. Good luck.
Well, viewers, that's all for now. Ciao.